The king is watching. Yeah, he's watching me suck at this game. No, okay, but seriously, this roguelite is something I recently picked up and have kind of fallen in love with. Okay, not in love, but I've liked it enough to want to make a video on it, so here we are. What is The King is Watching? It's a city builder, tower defense roguelite with some small mechanics of an auto battler. It's a lot of things, and fun is one of them. You first have one of many kings to choose from. Well, after you unlock them, and each king has their own special little abilities you can use inside of a run. But the inside of a run is so complex, but once it kind of clicks for you, it's something you won't want to put down. Runs start off simple with placing down wells, wheat fields, and forests to gather materials. At the bottom of the screen, you can see all the materials available, and every building you end up getting will take certain materials to place. But you can only place them in this grid if the spot is available. And most resources like wheat fields and forest will deplete after a certain amount of time. And that sounds nice and easy, right? Well, in this game, you have the King's Gaze, and that starts off as a 3-block radius. And whatever blocks you hover over with the gaze will give you resources. So right there, you need to have a lot of strategy to figure out which areas you want to gain resources from and when. That part of strategy does remind me a bit of FTL with how chaotic it can be with you pausing a good amount to look at resources and plan your next move. Because while all this is happening, you need to worry about waves of enemies constantly attacking you. And you decide which enemies you face. That's a nice thing about this game. You have mandatory fights that have to happen, but if you feel confident, you can add more enemies into a wave and gain more rewards. The inside of a run is so in-depth with the amount of buildings, types of troops, and resources you can gain. It's quite hard at first and a little intimidating, I won't lie, but once you start putting it together and figuring out which troops work well with each other and what upgrades you should get, it's really addicting and easy to lose track of time. The difficulty starts off pretty simple with a threat level 0 and it goes all the way up to 10 once you win. I personally am only on threat level 2 at this point, so I've only won 2 games total, but I can see myself easily getting to something like 5 if I really put the time into it, maybe even more. The inside of a run is the big attractor for this game, and I'll say I am slightly concerned that the start of a run can be a little bland with strategy, but after the initial first few minutes, every run becomes quite unique. But then we have the meta progression, which does help make this game easier, but also slightly worse. And let me explain. The meta progression is really good. You unlock more slots for your kingdom, stronger troops, more kings to play as, advisors to give you buffs in a run, the usual jazz. And you unlock points for meta progression for beating bosses and just playing the game. But I will say it does feel a bit grindy after the first few unlocks. And the significance of the upgrade may not outweigh the grind to actually get it with how expensive it seems to get. The upgrades are good, but a little concerning on how long it can take. I'm only 6 hours in, but those are my slight concerns for an otherwise great game. I just wanted to quickly talk about The King is Watching. It's one of the best roguelites of the year. Great strategy, great city building, easy to lose a lot of time to it, and I just wanted to yap about it. So thanks for listening to me yap, and I'll see you next time.